don't miss these big payouts. DoorDash, Uber Eats, gig work, app work. If you don't know, I'm getting into the community. I'm taking it serious, doing the research, figuring out the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts, how you able to make money, if you're able to make money, can you do this full time? I'm on the grind doing it right now all the time. But for real, I came across a video and some information about, like, they were basically talking about the cherry picking thing and how you missing money. So by the time that you're sitting around waiting for orders that are not, or that waiting for orders that are worth it, and you're declining the ones that aren't, right? These little 2, 3, 4, 5. I heard people say they won't do nothing for less than $5. And I understand that. I'm in it. And people tell me that, or people will say that it's not worth the acceptance rate and all that's not worth it, doesn't matter, because you can just sit and wait and everything's random. You'll get a big order if you're available. They don't care what your status or ranking is. And I'll give that a little bit of credibility. I would be like, okay, yeah, I can see that being true. But when you miss the money, that's the part that I don't like. I'm here, I'm doing it for money, right? I need to make an honest living, and there's a lot of people that'll say or argue and say that you can't. This is gig work. It's not. It was never meant. Its purpose was never meant for you to have a career out of it. It's not a career, right? I mean, even though a lot of jobs, like, I won't go down that rabbit hole. The point is, can you make money? Can you make big money? I don't even want to say any money, but decent money. That's what I mean by big money. We're not talking like, oh, I'm getting ready to make 6 figures in one day. Hey, I'll see if this thing can get expanded out, if we can get that big money. But the point and purpose of this video is, like, the cherry picking system. Is it worth it? The content and the research that I was reading and seeing, it showed that it basically wasn't, because by the time you're sitting and waiting, missing out on all the little orders, the little offers, so to speak, you're waiting for a big order, $20 or more, right? And what's the chances of you getting that order? And then once you get that order, what are the chances of you actually, like, wanting to do it? Are you going to accept it? Meaning, are they going to send you out to Timbuktu? Is it an area that you even want to go to? Will there be more offers available once you get to that area? There's more to it than just sitting there and waiting for a big order. Your time comes into play, or at least mine does. So sometimes how I view it, or the mindset is, that's why I've been trying to accept most of all the orders and offers, because I do want to see the benefits and the offers and acceptance rate. If that really does change, or if it doesn't, then I'll be able to let you know, and it's just a part of the journey. And I'm trying to make money. I don't like just being out here sitting and waiting. If I'm working, I like to be working. Let's make some money. Where's that money on? So I get it. So by the time you're just sitting there waiting, right? You sat there and waited for the 1 hour, and then you finally got that offer for $20, and you do it. In that hour, I probably could have did 3 or 4 offers and probably made $22 to $30. Like, now, I'm gonna post more of the numbers and the statistics, but I'm pretty sure I might be making anywhere from 22 to 30 an hour. Like, obviously there's a fluctuation a little bit, but over time I'll have enough stats and numbers to let you know it'll be a little more concrete. Because by the time, if you're week after week, day after day, like, I can tell you that I've been at least averaging within 6 to 8 hours, at least bare minimum, I've been able to obtain $120 a day. So, some days are obviously better than others, and some days I put in more work. I'm going to start to, I was going to say even effort, but I'm going to change that and just maximum effort and put my best foot forward each and every offer, just while I'm working and just in life in general. So that way that won't have a factor and swing on whether I made money or didn't. I'm going to start actually caring about my presence and how I look. My mother told me that does matter, especially if you're trying to get a tip or two. So it's things I got to switch up, but I'm here at the restaurant now, so I will get back to you because we got more to discuss. And since we are on the topic today of big payouts and missing big money, you still have to be strategic and do what works for you and what's best for you in your situation and what you can and cannot do. Perfect example, I just got an offer that I had to pass up on. I don't pass up on as many anymore, right? I'm not cherry picking anymore. A little bit for the reasons of what I'm talking about and the research that I've done with it. And the other part is I need to make money. I can't be, yay and over here, yay or nay. Oh, I might take this or, just super cherry picking because I wasn't making enough money and I need money. The rent was due like yesterday, literally. So I had got an order or offer that was for $48, but I had to drive 13 minutes to the place, and then the drop off was over an hour and 13 minutes away. So is that $48 still worth it? And that's a big offer. That's one of the ones that we were saying like over 20. That's 40, 46. That's a double up. So is that, are you willing to, or is it worth it for you to cherry pick, wait for that order, take that order all the way to wherever that is? Probably going to be over an hour and a half out of the way from where you're going to be at. Are you going to still work in that area and stay in that area and still be able to cherry pick and get the big offer? So it's like sometimes if you take the smaller offers back to back to back, or you stay within the area that you're comfortable with or you want to be in, or that actually has value and has orders, you cherry pick for those big ones, those big orders, like I was hinting at earlier in the video. It may not be worth it, for that reason, and you're probably not even going to accept it. So you're sitting there waiting, you finally get a big time offer, and then you don't even accept it because it's just something that I just came across. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, all money isn't good money, and just about I'm on the beggars can't be choosers. So I'm trying to definitely earn and make some money. If you don't know that, now you know. And by the time you stick around and you see, like, we do this, we do our dash, we do our gig work, we grind, app work, we do what we gotta do. But it's not for this is not for charity. This is not a game. This is not a drill. We need someone that had money on. No money, no funny. No money, no honey. So just take that in consideration, especially if you're cherry picking for the bigger orders. You could be potentially missing out on other money just trying to chase and head hunt the big time offers, and that's it, or what they refer to as cherry picking orders. I've been there. I was cherry picking, like I said, it wasn't worth it. I can't just sit there long enough to really do that long term. So I didn't have I don't have weeks of it, just to be totally honest with you. So I don't have a lot of data personally with my personal experience doing it, but I've heard enough people talk about it, and I don't know anybody who is breaking the bank using the cherry pick method. It's usually people who just only, like, I was gonna say use gig work for how it is supposed to be. Use gig work for what it was intended for, not for a full-time job or make a career. You just go on and, you know, make a little bit of side money with it, and that's it. But no, seriously though, like, if it's a person who literally has nothing else better to do and can afford to just sit there, and even then I would argue, or I would say, like, why would you want to do that with your time? You have enough money to where you're not doing it for survival, right? I wouldn't say that you don't need the money, because it could be a little mix of need and want, and I'm not trying to digress too much, but let's just play this out. So you already have your main job, you're just doing this for play money, whatever you're doing the DoorDash for, the gig work, the app work for, whatever you're doing it for, you would rather do that as opposed to, like, do that meaning, like, sit there and wait for an hour and a half just to get a good offer. You would rather do that with your time, like waiting that hour to get, let's just say, hour and a half to get a $25 order. And you're just always willing to sit and wait no matter what, and you'll reject all the small offers. You'll just sit there for however long it takes to get an order that you're okay with, and then you go out and do it. For me, I would look at it like, why would you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you wasting your time with it all together if you're not, you know what I mean? If you're gonna do it, do it. Like, I get it to an extent with the cherry picking, but if you're just solely just only, like, I won't do anything less than 20, or, you know, like a high number, and just only big time offers, like, I don't know about all that. My thing with my understanding, or how I was cherry picking and thinking that everybody was cherry picking, is like, all right, I won't do any of the $2 or $3 orders, or nothing less than $5, but y'all still are within reason. Like, if like I said, like a $5 or $6 or an $8 order comes in, you'll do that. But if the $2 or $3 order comes in, you won't do that. I understand that, and you really are wanting something 20 and up, 15 and up. But to sit there and say that you will only do an order that's $15 or more, that's a little wild, because like I said, you'll be sitting there. It's not just, they not gonna always just pop you out big time orders like that, expensive, like, you know, money wise. It's not gonna just be like that. So that's interesting. And if you are doing that, please let me know, because that would be that's very interesting to me. And I'm getting close to this pickup. Somebody's blocking the traffic road right now, so give me a moment. It doesn't make it any better or any easier when we're all after the same thing, right? We all want the big money. We all want the big offers, the big orders. And if you think you're the only one, you know, I don't want to pop that bubble, but I will pop it right now. We all trying to do it. We out here trying to earn money, trying to do the best that we can. We want it the quickest and fastest way possible. So if there's however many, I was gonna say 10, but you can pick a bigger number, 100 of the people whose accounts are platinum getting all the highest offers because they always accept everything, they get all the big orders. But then you're saying, but wait, there's still more, right? There's still more big orders. So while they're off doing a big order, or maybe they got a little order this time, a little $5 order, while they're doing that one, the big $20 order is gonna get offered to me, because the app doesn't care. DoorDash is just a machine, and it doesn't care. It's gonna give you that $20 offer because you're available and you're there. What are the chances that that's gonna keep on happening over and over and over again on a daily basis? I don't care what area you're in. I was being, you know, a little bit modest and more humble and chilling and not trying to be like, you know, that guy. But yes, I'm that guy, and it's the truth. Like, because I know it's going to be a couple of people, right? This world is big, it's huge, it's full. It's not fully populated, but it's enough people in it. But for that person who's gonna sit there and act like on a daily basis, you sit there and cherry pick and get good orders and are sustaining that, right? let's just get to you're not even about doing it full time anyway, but it's not sustainable. There's not value. I don't care, you in New York City, you in California, you in Florida, you in Arizona, wherever the big markets are, because I was in a big market. I've been in big markets. So even with the cherry picking, I was doing that, and it's just not sustainable. Like, it's not enough of the big orders. I don't even think the people who are at the high tiers, right, even they have to deal with a mixture of the orders. Yes, they probably get more of the bigger orders that are worth it, obviously. And if that's the case, then that makes having that account, paying attention to your acceptance rate and all that, it would make it worth it, then something worth paying attention to and keeping up. But I do agree with people who say it is just still kind of random, and that may not have too much of a bearing. Like, yes and no, it all depends on your system and your strategy. If you're really trying to make money, I'm starting to believe and experience and do it and work through it. Having your stats and things up will benefit you when it comes to earning the most money, the big dollars, because you just sitting there, it's just too much competition and there's not enough volume for that. And to think that, you know, you can do it, right? You're gonna have a day that you like, oh yeah, boom. But I'm talking now, I do this 7 days a week now. I'm talking the long term, not just some little, oh, I just did it for a little bit of gas money or to go out to eat for this weekend. And no, I'm talking full-time grinders. We do this on a daily. I'm making bare minimum over $100 each and every day for my 4 or 5 orders, you know, $20 a pop. I'm getting it. I'm good. I make my 120 off the 4 to 6 orders, and then I'm good. If it's like that, then all right, I will reconsider and go back to cherry picking. But yeah, my cherry picking days, them cherries was already picked. You hear me? Plucked and ate. All that was left was the little stem on the top, and it was chewed on already. So I just give you the raw information as I see it, live it, and experience it. I will be doing more research, as you know. We are all in. Make sure you don't stress. Make sure you always stay blessed. Do the creator's work if you can. If you got time, you know, do something nice for your neighbor. Keep a smile on your face. Stay positive. Don't let life get you. Don't let them bills try to get you. Don't let you got all your bills paid, everything, you good. But life still seems to be like trying to bring you down. Don't let whatever it is, don't let it get to you. You're an overcomer, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Love and appreciate you, family.